Now, one very interesting question is why does the heart beat? And it just does so all on its own. And even sometimes it's out of the heart a little, out of the body a little bit, the heart still beats on its own. And the reason is we have this special characteristic of autorhythmicity. And I want to point your attention to this word first. It's all because we have a very special group of cells. And these cells are autorhythmic fibers, meaning that they can generate action potential. And action potential is just a fancy word saying they can send out electrical signals. Okay? So, and they do so repeatedly without stopping. So as a result, these very special group of cells, these autorhythmic fibers, form your cardiac conduction system. So if you take a look now at this top figure over here, it always starts from their resting potential, and they automatically go through your threshold and start an action potential. Okay? So this starting of the action potential is repeated all the time. And let's take a look at these very special fibers. So starting from the first one, okay, this first one is located in your right atrium. So we call it the sinoatrial node or SA node. So SA node is a very important pacemaker because they set the tone for the following actions. So what they do is they set a tone at around 75 beats per minute, or each beat is about 0.8 seconds per beat. So that sets up the signal, and it sends these action potential, which meaning electrical signals, right, through to the second place. Our second place is right between your atrium and your ventricle, so we call it the atrioventricular node, or AV node. Okay, so right here on the second one. So then it sends the signal to the third one. The third one is right over here before it branches off. So this is called your atrioventricular AV bundle, or you can call it the bundle of His. Interesting, huh? And then it branches into two sites. So we have your right and left bundle branches. Okay, so these are the four. Now, so you can see that the right and left bundle branches is in your interventricular septum, and it continues to the last region where it goes into the myocardium. So this last one are what's what we call the Purkinje fibers. Okay? And it's very important to help with. So this is your cardiac conduction system, and sets up from the first one. So think of this as maybe like a great wall of some. If you remember from a film, was it The Lord of the Ring? When one of the towers saw dangers, they light up the fire. And then the next tower sees it, they light up the fire. The next tower sees it, they light up the fire. So imagine you have a mini Lord of the Ring going on every 0.8 seconds in your heart. And as a result, once they send the signal out, then each part of this sections can undergo action potential. So this is that very important fiber system. So our natural pacemakers are all your nodal systems, starting from your SA node, right over here. Okay, so here is our major pacemaker. And there is time, as we say, they set up the stage for 75 beats per minute. Now, sometimes if your SA node is not working properly, and then if the SA node goes, what happens? That means the pacemaker is gone, right? Then, yes, your second one, they can actually pick up, but they're not working that great. So the other nodal system, the nodes are working at less pace, at a much slower pace, and usually about 20 to 35 beats per minute. So this is a big difference between 75 beats and 20 to 35 beats. So your SA node is so crucial, very important to make sure your heart is pumping all the oxygen and all the goodies through the blood to get to all the parts of your body. So if in case your very important pacemakers are gone, there is a possibility, of course, to use artificial pacemaker. And these are, for instance, generator that is run with the help of batteries. So if you take a look over here, you can see a patient having an artificial pacemaker, and the pacemaker probably don't last forever, so maybe about every 5 to 7 years they will need to be replaced, specifically, for instance, for the battery parts of it. Okay, so take very good care of your heart, feed it good stuff, good nutrition. Of course, once in a while you should indulge and have good what you want to eat, but in general, have a good diet for your body. Okay, and here is the animation, if you can see, on slideshow. And we'll take a look at the next video lecture from here on in the next video.